January the 1st, 1982. It was the retirement show from legendary promoter Sam Mushnick, and it featured a who's who of wrestling superstars. We take you back to the Checker Dome for great St. Louis wrestling action.
1959 at Kiel Auditorium, when he used a spinning toe hold to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Dick Hutton. And here, at the end of his career with the sleeper hold, the referee Lee Warren calling for the bell, and Pat O'Conor, a winner once again. He came over to the United States in 1951 from New Zealand with $250 in his pocket. He became the World Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 6 minutes, 4 seconds, with the sleeper hold, going out a winner like he's always been, Pat
O'Conor making one last whirl around that ring, saying thank you to all the fans. It meant so much to him how happy he was. He congratulates the referee, shakes my hand. Of course, Bob Sweetan's taking a nap. We got to wake him up before we can get out of the ring. Pat O'Conor, he did it so often. The sleeper hold, the spinning toe hold, the reverse rolling cradle. How many holds this man knew. One of the all-time greats, a true Hall of Famer in professional wrestling. And Pat O'Conor was able to finish with a victory before almost 20,000 fans in St. Louis. What a night it was for Pat O'Conor as he stepped outside that ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last hand for the last time, Pat O'Conor.
And then it was Crusher Blackwell in a handicap tag match against Butch Reed and Ox Baker. Two different styles of opponents for Crusher Blackwell, all 450 plus pounds. Butch Reed was showing off his muscles. Well, he'll need a lot of muscle against Crusher Blackwell. They lock up. Reed trying to push Blackwell to the ropes. Whoop, that doesn't work. Blackwell showing he has some muscles too. What a great interview he had one time. He went on the interview and said, "I'm not fat, I'm just short. If Andre the Giant were my height, you'd say he was fat too." What a great interview that was by Crusher Blackwell in Wrestling at the Chase. Do you remember it? Reed tries to lift Blackwell for a body slam. That's 450 pounds. No, that's not going to go up so easy. Blackwell feeling pretty cocky right there against Butch Reed. Butch Reed at that point in his career was just starting to come into his own. He was really starting to gain the confidence to put together the power he had, the quickness, the moxie, the skill, the fight that he had. But this was a tough one. Crusher Blackwell at the top of his game at that point in his career in 1981. Well, actually January 1st, 1982. Blackwell hooking the head of Butch Reed. Referee Joe Tangaro, a longtime St. Louis favorite, reaching in. Remember when Tangaro owned the Cheriton restaurant on South Broadway? Tag made. Here comes Ox Baker. Whoa, here comes a big guy. This won't be Thez and O'Conor or Briscoe and Dory Jr. Ox Baker. Slow, ponderous, heavy blows right to the head of Crusher Blackwell, and he strangles Blackwell. Ox Baker strangling Crusher Blackwell in the corner. The referee trying to separate them. Ox Baker knowing nothing to hold back for against Crusher Blackwell, but Blackwell with a headbutt backs up Ox Baker. Blackwell stalking Ox Baker. Baker a little shaken right there. It takes a kick to the stomach. Blackwell pushes Baker into the corner. Drives a forearm smash of his own into the chest of Ox Baker, but Baker's a pretty tough boy, and he says, "Let's see how tough you are, Crusher Blackwell." The two big bulls lock horns, go up against the ropes. Baker with a punch to the stomach, pounding away in the ample midsection of Crusher Blackwell. Big forearm to the head, tag made to Butch Reed. Baker trying to whip Blackwell off the ropes. He hands the arm together, they throw Blackwell to the ropes. Another punch to the stomach by Butch Reed. Reed with a forearm smash to the head. Blackwell fights back. One tough cookie, Crusher Blackwell. One tough man. He came up the hard way. Nobody ever gave him a chance. Nobody ever thought he would amount to anything, and pretty soon he was in main events from New York to Tokyo, Japan. Blackwell pushes Reed to the ropes. Again, banging on Reed. Every punch taking something out of his opponent. Reed leapfrog over the top. Beautiful drop kick right to the head of Crusher Blackwell. A second drop kick to the shoulder. Blackwell won't go down. Staggers into the corner, catches himself on the ropes. Reed grabs the arm of Blackwell, trying to whip him across the ring. Oh, that got reversed, and Reed hurled off balance into the corner. Blackwell backing up, look out below. Oh, Crusher Blackwell living up to his nickname as he crushes Butch Reed into the corner. Elbow drop. Try for a pin, but Butch Reed knows where he is in the ring, and right there is something you can see he's gaining experience. He knew where he was. And it wasn't too long after this, maybe 4, 5, 6 months, when Butch Reed really became a main event star. Body slam by Crusher Blackwell, tag made to Baker. Here comes the Ox. This isn't going to be pretty. This will not be a Sunday school picnic. Baker grabs Blackwell by the windpipe. Well, that didn't take long. Pushes Blackwell up to the ropes. No clean break here. That big left pounding down like a sledgehammer, dropping onto the chest of Crusher Blackwell. Then the cross arm grip by Baker. Once more, he tries to line him up for a big punch. Bangs away on the chest, right on the sternum. Oh, does that hurt? Crusher Blackwell is a little shaky here. Again, those blows to the chest, trying to knock the wind out to hurt the entire sternum area. Baker bends over for a backflip, and instead it's Blackwell who punts Baker's head halfway across the checker dome. Then power slam by Crusher Blackwell, and Ox Baker flattened right in the middle of the ring by Crusher Blackwell, who has won the handicap tag match at the Checker Dome on January 1st, 1982. Blackwell beating Baker and Reed. Let's go to the ring and make it official.
28 seconds with a falling body slam. The winner, Crusher Blackwell.
And now it's Von Raschke against Dewey Robertson. Raschke misses with the claw. Robertson off the ropes with a drop kick, another drop kick. Everybody was fired up on Sam Mushnick's farewell card. The action was fast and furious all night long, hot and heavy. Atomic knee drop by Dewey Robertson on Von Raschke, the master of the claw. Look at Robertson mounting the ropes, flying cross body block, and Raschke caught by surprise, trapped in the ring, cradled and pinned as Dewey Robertson gets the victory over Von Raschke on Sam Mushnick's farewell card. And now it's tag team action. David Von Erich and Rufus R. Jones against Harley Race and Greg Valentine. David Von Erich flying through the air with a drop kick on Harley Race. Flying mare. Down goes Race. Knee drop right into the chest by David Von Erich. You remember this if you think back to Volume 2 of Classic St. Louis Wrestling. That's when it all started between Race and David Von Erich. Drop kick misses. Race too smart, the Farmer World Champion, hanging onto the ropes, and David misses with the drop kick. Here comes Race, setting up that diving headbutt. The diving headbutt, oh, right into the iron claw. The iron claw of David Von Erich on Harley Race. Race realizing he's made a critical error and walked right into David Von Erich's killer hold, the iron claw. Look at him digging in with that thumb right into the temple. David Von Erich with the claw on Harley Race. Race gets to his feet, looking for help, trying to make that tag. Where are you, Greg Valentine? But right now, Race hanging on. Could he go down? David Von Erich gets him to one knee. David Von Erich takes Harley Race down onto his back, and here comes Greg Valentine to break it up. Rufus R. Jones into the ring. He gets in the ring. All four men battling. All four tearing into one another. Von Erich and Valentine right now. Von Erich pushing Valentine into the corner, pounding him, ready to whip Valentine into Race if... Oh, the whips were reversed, and it was Race reversing Rufus into Valentine. Valentine drop kicked out of the ring. Race knocking Rufus R. Jones out of the ring. Uh-oh, look who's left. Von Erich and Race with the Warren brothers, Lee and Ed, the referees. The Warren brothers trying to break up Valentine and Race. Whoa, there went Lee Warren. This one is a war, and you're not going to break it up easily. Ed Warren knocked down. Race, Von Erich, toe-to-toe. The referees both flattened as Race and Von Erich go at it one more time. The referees have called for the bell, trying to get this match separated. Finally, David Von Erich flattens Race, who gets out of the ring, but the referees obviously had to restore some order. What a historic scene at the end of that match. Race and Von Erich in the ring with the Warren brothers, the referees. I tried to make sure I have the information correct before we make an announcement on what happened in that tag team battle. Rufus R. Jones and David Von Erich against Race and Valentine. Let's hear it.
10 minutes and 47 seconds. Referees Lee and Ed Warren disqualified both Harley Race and